And welcome. We're at Portageville High School. I'm Tyler Wagner along with Terry McVeigh bringing this high school basketball matchup tonight from Portageville. And Terry, this is a really good matchup early on in the season. Both Bootheel Conference opponents. We've seen some good basketball out of Hayti early on. They've got a victory over South Pemiscot and in the Lions Classic down in Zenith, and also in the championship game defeated Crothersville. So we've seen some good ball out of them early on. Portageville yet to play a game, so this is going to be a good matchup early on.
Yeah, and we knew Hayti was going to be pretty good coming into this year because they have that big front line coming back with Brandon and Frankie Burden and Demetrius Luster. We knew they were going to be pretty good. We didn't know they were going to be this good, really, because we really didn't know how their guard play was going to be, but the guard play's been pretty good. Like you said, they beat South Pem, and they had them down 22 after 3 quarters, and South Pem's a pretty good team. And then they beat Crothersville. They were down by 4 points with 5 seconds to go in that game and won the game. Or they were down 2 points with 5 seconds to go and won the game in regulation. Scored 4 points in the last 5 seconds to beat their arch rival Crothersville. So that's quite a game in the championship of that Zenith tournament.
Yep, and Hayti is one of them teams that usually gets better as the season goes on. Usually they kind of sneak up on you by the end of the year, so that's good for them to get out of the gate early on with 2 big victories and coming in here with a conference game against Portageville. Portageville going to be a little younger team this year. They graduated quite a few seniors from last year's team, but notable players coming back from last year. A.V. Banks, Caleb Gooch, among some others here. They're going to be, depending on them, to do quite a bit for them this year. But, Jason Irby does a great job preparing his kids each year. And, this is a big game for them for open up here at home against a good team in Hayti.
Yeah, and they have to be chomping at the bit. They've been ready to play for about the last 2 weeks. They had games scheduled against Cooter and East Prairie, and both of those were postponed because of the weather. So they've got to be anxious to play, and it'd be interesting to see what they can come out with after being idle this long.
Yep.
But I'm sure they're tired of playing each other. They're wanting to play somebody else.
Certainly. And the JV final, Hayti won the JV game, didn't catch the final score. It was
41-37.
41-37? Okay, it was a close one down to the end. Hayti pulled it out. And got some good young ones down there to look forward to as well for both teams.
I thought both teams were pretty impressive. Both JVs had some athletes, and they had some players that look like they can grow into good basketball players. Looks like we're getting ready for the starting lineups.
And before we get started, we want to let you know this game is brought to you in part by Butler Drug Store, located here at 222 East Main Street in Portageville. Great location for your local pharmacy needs. Also, gifts and jewelry here in downtown Portageville. We appreciate Trey Rowan and his staff helping bring us this game here tonight from Portageville. Looks like we're just going to skip out on the
first
national
game of the season. Nope, not everything. First game of the season, not everything's in sync yet. Kenyatte Brooks for Hayti starting. Cedric Harris. Then we start getting to the big boys. We've got Brandon Burden, who's averaging about 20 a game. Demetrius Luster, who's averaging 10. And Frankie Burden, big Frankie Burden, who's averaging about 12 a game. The front line of Hayti gets about 2/3 of their points. Now for the Portageville Bulldogs, the home Portageville Bulldogs. Federico Walton, number 1. Kenyon Mosby. Derek Pregel, number 2, a junior. A.B. Banks, the starter from last year's team. He's a senior. And number 34, Caleb Gooch. The anchoring things underneath. He's another returner from last year. Appears that Hayti does have the big size advantage, which they're going to have against a lot of opponents this year because they're big up front with the 2 Burdens and Luster.
Glad you joined us here from Portageville. We're live broadcasting on Channel 21 and SemoSportsZone.com.
Jumping will be Frankie Burden for Hayti, Derek Pregel for Portageville. Hayti's in the black with gold letters. They're going from right to left on your screen. Portageville's in the home whites with the blue trim. They'll be going from left to right. Tips up, Hayti controls back to Luster. Sold out front by Brooks. Down to Luster. He drives, Banks cuts him off. Portageville's in his zone. Double teaming Burden down low and steal the ball. They're coming up with it is Brooks. He drives, comes across, pulls it up. He's going to set up the offense. Out fronts to Banks. Back out to Brooks. Hayti's in, opening in a 2-3 zone. Cedric Field, or I'll take it back, that's Mosby. That's Walton and Mosby at 1 and 2. And turnover by Portageville.
Looked like a cheerleader might have got an earful.
Sometimes they're close, a little bit too close to the action. Luster hands it out front into Brandon Burden. Drive by Brooks, it's off. Follow up by Frankie Burden. He can't get the rebound, but A.V. Banks comes up with it for Portageville. Still nothing after a minute. Federico Walton walks the ball up for Portageville. Swings it over the bank. They're setting up the offense. Back over to Mosby. Walton over the bank. Haven't made any attempt to penetrate that zone yet. Banks with it's blocked by Burden. Hayti has the ball. They get it into Frankie Burden. He's high in the post. Swing back out to Luster. Lob into Burden and is intercepted by Caleb Gooch. Here comes Walton. He drives up and 2-0. Portageville draws first blood on the steal by Gooch and the drive by Walton. Now that gets it out. Luster drives, moves in. He's fouled. Fouled on the floor. He foul on A.V. Banks, his first, team first. Hayti will have it out on the side. Take that back underneath their basket. Luster's triggering it in. Swings it into Frankie Burden. He gets fouled again on the floor. He puts up the shot, but it goes in. It won't count. That's going to be on Caleb Gooch, his first, team second. And again, Luster will take it out underneath his basket. Gets it in back in to Frankie Burden. He puts it in, too. That ties it up at 2. We got 5 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Tie game at 2-2. Hayti putting in a 3-quarter 1-2-2 press. Steal by Brooks. Block. Great block by Federico Walton. Hustles back and puts the block in on Brooks. Great hustle, great athleticism by
two good
Federico
defensive
Walton.
plays there. That was Brooks with the steal out front, had the easy lane, what looked to be, but Walton, he stretched the floor and made a nice play on the basket.
He sure did. And Lusher triggers it in, gets it into Priggle. Not Priggle, that's Cedric Harris. Again, Frankie Burden, I'm giving with 2. Gives him 4, Portageville 2. Hayti's back with 1-2-2 3-quarter press. Portageville breaks it. Walton drives, gets back out. We'll set the offense over to swing to the right to Banks. Walton drives, shoots from the corner. It hits the guy wire. It's going to go out of bounds over to Hayti. 4:54 left in the first quarter. Hayti's ahead, 4-2. No, they're going to say the ball was blocked, partially blocked, and hit the guy wire, so it goes back to Portageville. Banks triggers it in. Gets it out to Jalen Mosley, who's in the game for the first time. Banks from 3-point. It's off. Rebound. Frankie Burden. Here comes Luster. Brandon Burden. He can't handle the pass. Goes back to Portageville on the turnover. Taylor Mosley into Walton. 1-2-2 3-quarter press by Hayti. Gets by half-court line by Portageville. Banks drives, gets it knocked out of bounds. Go out of bounds to Portageville. Banks is triggered in and under his basket. Banks tries to lob in. It's intercepted by Brooks. Drive by Cedric Harris, and he puts up his first 2, makes it a 6-2 game in favor of Hayti. Drive by Walton all the way through the defense. It won't go. Rebound by Luster. He brings it out. Hayti's on the run. Harris drives, pops, count it. Cedric Harris with his 4th point of 8-2 in favor of Hayti halfway through the first quarter. Portageville's taking it time against the press and breaks it, but then they get double team in the corner. Brooks with the steal, Luster underneath, and he's fouled by A.V. Brooks. That's going to be Brooks' 2nd foul. It's going to send Luster to the line to shoot 2. Tyler Walton got caught over. They broke the press, but he got caught over in the corner, but got double teamed. Of course, when you get double teamed in the corner of the half court, it means you got about 4 people guarding you. You got 2 guys in front of you and 2 timelines next to you.
Yep. And we're breaking the action. We'll take a break and be right back.
I chose Three Rivers College. Caring staff made it easy to enroll. I'm receiving affordable, quality college classes. Day, evening, and online classes let me work college into my schedule.
With locations throughout Southeast Missouri and over 200 course offerings, including online courses, Three Rivers can help you earn a college or career technical degree.
I chose Three Rivers College. You should too.
Enroll today. Learn more at trcc.edu. Three Rivers College. Success starts here.
And back to the action here. We've got Demetrius Luster at the line to shoot 2. 8-2 advantage for the Indians here early on in the first.
Give you a score update. 3rd place game at the SEMO Conference Tournament in Sikeston. Kennett's ahead of Sikeston 15-9 after 1. Luster misses the first. Derek Priggle and Caleb Gooch go back into the game for Portageville. Luster hits second, makes it a 9-2 game. Banks breaks the press, drives all the way, puts it up. It's no good. He went right up against both Burden and Luster. That's a tough two to go against. Drive down the lane by Brooks, and he goes up in the air and gets charged with the walk. Update on the third place game in the SEMO tournament. Sykes now up 29-20 at halftime.
Hayti coming out in the man-to-man now. Spent most of the quarter in the 2-3 zone.
A jump ball out front. Tie up between Jalen Mosby and Luster. Alternate possession go to Portageville. Banks with the ball. He's being guarded in backcourt by Brooks. And they're playing the man-to-man, which they're going to try to do more this year. Mosley's driving the baseline, steps on it, turnover, gives it back to Hayti, and Hayti leads 9-2 with about 2:50 left in the first quarter. Brooks walks it up the court. He drives on Banks. Banks is going to have to watch himself. He's already got 2 fouls. Frankie Burden, nice spin move. Make it 11-2. Burden now has 6.
He's been strong early on.
He's always had good offensive skills.
Yeah.
Steal by Kenyatta Brooks makes it a 13-2 game in favor of Hayti. Another steal underneath by
Hayti's really being aggressive.
Yeah,
turnovers.
Pressberry just made the steal. Hayti's being very aggressive. Ball's out of bounds off of Portageville.
Portageville out of sync offensively and just trying to get into a scheme offensively. They just struggled here early on. And
that's hard to do after you've been sitting idle as long as they have. It's just hard to get into the sync. And this is their first game. Hayti's been playing. They've been playing good competition. And they know more about what to expect out of themselves.
They've been practicing about 6 weeks now, it looks like, since the start of basketball practice. That's
right.
A long way to go.
Yeah, and you get stale play when all you're doing is playing each other. Buster off the Banks miss. Kicks it over to Pressberry. It's no good. Tipped out by Frankie Burden. Going to go over to Portageville. 13-2, 1:42 left in the first quarter in favor of Hayti. Hayti sticking with the man-to-man. A.B. Brooks with the 3. Count it. 13-5 in favor of Hayti. That's Banks' first 3 of the game. Luster with the ball out front. It's a free throw line in the Burden. Layup good. Gives Burden 8 1/4. 15-5 lead for Hayti. 1 minute left. Walton has it out front over to Mosby. Walton drive against Pressberry, puts it up, and he's going to be fouled by Pressberry. That's be Pressberry's first and the team first. It's going to send Frederico Walton to the line to shoot 2. First free throws be attempted by Portageville tonight. First one's off, gets another. Carlos McGee is senior for Portageville, makes his appearance. Walton misses both of them. Luster with the rebound. He's going to bring it up the court himself. Gets it over to Harris. He misses. McGee with the rebound. Again, Walton drives the basket, takes it right to Frankie Burden. He draws the foul. He's going to go back for two. That's Burden's first. Walton over 2 at the line. One second team foul on Hayti. 39.9 seconds left in the first quarter. First one's good by Walton. That's at 15-6. Favor of Hayti. Devon Reddick in the game for Hayti. Walton misses the second. Rebound, hustle rebound by McGee. Gets it back out to Walton. He's trying to double team him in the corner. He gets out. Free throw line over to McGee. Misses the shot. Luster with the big rebound, and he's going to bring it up himself. Right down the middle of the free throw line. Dish off to Presbury, and that's two. Nice play by Demetrius Luster. Pulled up at the free throw line. Good bounce pass down to Presbury. Makes it 17-6. Less than 10 seconds to go. Walton dribbling out front. Portageville having trouble getting the shot off. Steal by Brooks, and he does not get the shot off. Well, that's the end of the first quarter with the score 17-6 in favor of the Hayti Indians.
For more than 75 years, the law firm of Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh & Shear, LLP, has served the legal needs of Southeast Missouri. Located at 308 First Street in Kennett, Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh & Shear, LLP is a full-service law firm providing representation in a wide range of areas, such as personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, criminal law, probate, business, and estate planning. For all your legal needs, call Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh & Shear, LLP at 573-888-4664.
First Midwest Bank Gold Club offers special privileges for our friends who are age 50 or better and have combined deposits of $5,000. Members enjoy trips, cruises, seminars, and picnics along with free personalized bank services. Upcoming trips include Journey Through the Holy Land, Yellowstone in winter, Classic Ireland, and Hawaiian Paradise Cruise. Stop by any First Midwest Bank location to sign up for the Gold Club. It's absolutely free. First Midwest Bank, providing common sense financial solutions every day.
And we're back here, getting underway with the second quarter. Impressive first quarter for the Hayti Indians, 17-6 lead. Here, starting the second quarter. What'd you think, Terry, the first quarter?
Really kind of as we expect. Hayti's size has really given Portageville some problems, and also their defense. As you said, Portageville just really hasn't gotten in sync. A lot of that has to do with the defense played by Hayti. Rebound to Mosby by Portageville, and Walton's going to bring it up. Back to the zone. Walton drives it to the baseline. Gets back out to Mosby into Banks. Banks to the free throw line. He's covered. Good defense by Luster. Walton over the Banks. Another three. It's long. Rebound. Want to scramble, and we got get the ball to Portageville. Good hustle on that by Jacob Horn. Over the backcourt. Walton has it. He controls the ball. Being guarded by Brooks. In the corner to Mosby. Out front to Banks. Banks over to Walton. Underneath, little left-handed hook by Priggle. Jump ball underneath, and it'll be alternate possession. Get the ball to Hayti. They lead 17-6. Hadn't been any change. 7:03 left in the first half. Brandon Burden in for Frankie Burden. We haven't heard much from Brandon, though. this game.
Yeah, he's been actually the brother that's stood out with the scoring early on. And
yeah, he's averaging about 20 a game, but I don't think he's even put up a shot. A.V. Banks with a nice steal and drive, put up the layup, make it 17-8. That's 5 for Banks in the half. Brooks brings the ball up. He's guarded out front by Banks. Banks has to be careful because he already has 2 fouls. Third one certainly put him on the bench for the rest of the half. Feet underneath the burden. It's no good. Rebound by Devin Reddick.
Devin Reddick
makes it a 19-8. His first 2. Walton out front, bringing the ball up, guarded by Brooks. Over to Banks. He's being guarded by Demetrius Luster. Luster, for a big man, is handling some pretty good chores out front. Walton drove, put up the shot, but it's going to be waved off. It was a foul on the floor. Foul's going to be on Reddick, his first, team third. Pass-in shot by Gooch is no good. Here comes Brooks with Hayti. He's going to slow it up, get over to Pressberry. Pressberry drives, throws it underneath, and it's intercepted by Gooch. Gooch and Walton, they're going to run. Walton's going to take it all the way and score. Makes it 19-10 in favor of Hayti. And Walton has 5 in the game. Out front for Luster for 3. No good. Pressberry with the rebound. It's no good. Gooch, off of Gooch, is going to go back to Hayti. Reddick triggered in underneath his own basket. Kenyon Mosby in for Portageville. Frankie Burton back in for Hayti. Reddick out front to Brooks. He's controlling it. He's controlling the tempo. Guarded by Banks. Pressberry to Frankie Burton, free throw line. Brooks for 3, count it.
That's a part of this Hayti team. If they do that consistently all year long, that's a scary scenario.
They're coming in shooting about 40% from 3, and if they get, and with that good inside game that they have, that's going to open up those 3 corners, and if they get in, that's going to make them real scary. Gooch with the turnaround left-hander, doesn't go. Rebound underneath by Priggle. He gets knocked back. It gets over to Mosby. No good. Rebound by Frankie Burton. It's out to Brooks. He's going to take it up the court. Free throw line underneath to Brandon. There's Brandon Burton with his first 2. 24-10, 4:22 left in the half. 24-10 in favor of Hayti. Hayti giving man-to-man pressure. Banks drives, breaks it. Puts it up, no good. Rebound by Brandon Burton. Luster drives, and that's going to be a charge. Caleb Gooch held his ground. Luster's a little out of control. It's going to be a charge on Luster. Be his first, team 4th. Wiping up a little perspiration from the floor. Portageville gets it into Walton. Breaks the press over to Gooch. Saves it from going out of bounds, but gets it back into Frankie Burton. Loses it. 3-pointer. for Cedric Harris. Cedric Harris now has 7 points in the game. It's 27-10. That's 2 threes in this quarter by Hayti. Turn around by Gooch, no good. Rebound underneath by Brandon Burton. Brooks being guarded up closely by Walton. But Walton gets the free throw line out. Reddick, Frankie back out. Reddick with the pull up from the free throw line. Counted for Devin Reddick. That's 4 in the quarter. It's 29-10. Hayti lead. Timeout, Portageville. 2:56 to go in the first half.
When was the last time you've been to Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance?
Not sure.
Well, then you have been missing out on all kinds of incredible furniture.
Really?
Yes, they have furniture for every room in your home, in styles you want, and at prices you can afford.
Are you talking about Wilcoxon Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett?
Take a few minutes and make the drive to Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance and rediscover quality furniture for all rooms of your home.
You'll feel good about this. SEMO Health Network. You'll feel better every day. We're gonna make it clear, 'cause our healthcare makes you feel good. That's what you'll find right here. We have so many ways to take care of you today. You'll feel good about this. SEMO Health Network.
And coming back to action here with 2:56 remaining in the first half. Hayti having an impressive second quarter to follow up that first quarter, Terry.
They sure are. Portageville started out, scored 4 quick points to start the second quarter, but then Hayty's come back with about 12 of their own. They've hit a couple of threes, and they've hit a couple of mid-range. Off the mark by Portageville. Ball into the corner to Josh Smith, who's in the game. Over to Frankie Burton. He's being guarded underneath by freshman Chris Garvin, but he scores it.
Yeah, Frankie Burton having his way here in the first half.
Now, Chris Garvin, that's his first game. We saw him play pretty good ball in the JV game, and he's getting his first varsity action. And Burton hits the free throw, makes the old-fashioned three-point play. Another steal by Cedric Harris, who drives in and goes out of bounds. They can't control it. Hayty's pushing the tempo. They lead by 22 here in the first half. Out front, the Garment on the free throw line, gets it to Banks. Banks being guarded closely. Step up by number 10. They rebound with Frankie Burton. Cedric Harris drives the lane, puts it up, no good. Frankie Burton with the rebound, and give him another. Gives him 13 on the game, 24-point lead with 1:26 left in the first half. Rebound underneath by Walton. He's going to be fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Portageville needs to get to the line. Slow this game down a little bit, get to the free throw line, get some points.
Yeah, get some points while the clock's not running. Demetrius Luster with his second foul. It's team 5th foul. Walton makes the first. He has 8 in the game. I'll take that back. 6. 6 of the 11 Portageville points. A.D. Banks has the other 5. And makes them both. He's now 3 for 6 from the line. 22-point lead, 1:16 left in the first half. Reddick drives, tried to dish it to Lester, gets it back to him. No good. And rebound, I said Lester. Frankie Burden. Frankie can't get it to drop. Rebound underneath by Priggle. Gets it out to Walton. He's going to take it up the court. Pull it out. Banks for three. Count it. That's the second three. A.D. Banks. He now has 8 in the game. That's his second three. Cuts the lead to 19 with 40 seconds left in the first half. Hayti still with a comfortable 19-point lead. Josh Smith with the ball out front for Hayti. Tries to get it in, gets it into Brandon. Drive by Harris, Frankie Burden, and another charge. Another charge and another charge drawn by Caleb Gooch. That's the second time Gooch has drawn the charge. That foul's on Cedric Harris, his first team 6.
That was a good one drawn there because he came off of Frankie Burden and left him open under the basket, drew the charge and saved that open basket from Burden.
Yeah, Burden had the layup. A.D. Banks puts it up, no good. Walton can't get the rebound. Josh Smith out-hustles him for it, and then Walton makes the foul back in 90 feet away from the basket. 7.1 seconds left. That's not the kind of foul you want to commit. Team 6, first foul on Walton. Banks will come to the bench. Don't want him to get his third foul here in the last 7 seconds. Drive by Harris. Put up and foul by Brandon Burden. He'll go to the line for 2. The foul is going to be on Derek Priggle. His first. That's the team 7. The Burden will be shooting 2. Another score update from the SEMO Conference third place game. Saxon leads Kennett 49-35 after 3. Burden misses the first. 1.2 seconds left. And can't get the second, but the rebound by Frankie, and can't get it to go back, and that's how the half ends with Hayti Indians leading the Portageville Bulldogs 34-15.
And we'll be back and talk about the first half in just a few moments.
I chose Three Rivers College. Caring staff made it easy to enroll. I'm receiving affordable, quality college classes. Day, evening, and online classes let me work college into my schedule.
With locations throughout Southeast Missouri and over 200 course offerings, including online courses, Three Rivers can help you earn a college or career technical degree.
I chose Three Rivers College. You should too.
Enroll today. Learn more at trcc.edu. Three Rivers College. Success starts here.
For more than 75 years, the law firm of Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh & Shear, LLP, has served the legal needs of Southeast Missouri. Located at 308 First Street in Kennett, Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh & Shear, LLP is a full-service law firm providing representation in a wide range of areas, such as personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, criminal law, probate, business, and estate planning. For all your legal needs, call Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh & Shear, LLP at 573-888-4664.
First Midwest Bank Gold Club offers special privileges for our friends who are age 50 or better and have combined deposits of $5,000. Members enjoy trips, cruises, seminars, and picnics along with free personalized bank services. Upcoming trips include Journey Through the Holy Land, Yellowstone in winter, Classic Ireland, and Hawaiian Paradise Cruise. Stop by any First Midwest Bank location to sign up for the Gold Club. It's absolutely free. First Midwest Bank, providing common sense financial solutions every day.
When was the last time you've been to Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance?
Not sure.
Well, then you have been missing out on all kinds of incredible furniture.
Really?
Yes, they have furniture for every room in your home, in styles you want, and at prices you can afford.
Are you talking about Wilcoxon Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett?
Take a few minutes and make the drive to Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance and rediscover quality furniture for all rooms of your home.
You'll feel good about this. SEMO Health Network. You'll feel better every day. We're gonna make it clear. 'Cause our healthcare makes you feel good. That's what you'll find right here. We have so many ways to take care of you today. You'll feel good about this. SEMO Health Network.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go?
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
And we're at halftime here in Portageville, where Hayti's on top of Portageville 34-15. Impressive first half for the Hayti Indians. And before we get into the half, Terry, why don't you go over the scores for the first half?
All right. For the Hayti Indians, who have 34 points, 17 in each quarter, they're led by Frankie Burton with 13 points. Cedric Harris has 7. Kenyate Brooks with 5. Devin Reddick with 4. 2 each by Indical Pressberry and Brandon Burton. And Demetrius Luster only has 1. So you got 3 big guys. Only Frankie Burton's doing much scoring, but then they don't need to. We got a 19-point lead. But the scoring for Portageville is limited to 2 men. A.V. Banks has 8. Frederico Walton has 7. They scored 6 in the first quarter, 9 in the second. And for their 15 points. What I've noticed in the game, I know Portageville only has 15 points, but they're not missing open shots. They're just not getting very many shots.
Yeah. You can tell they're, Hayti is going to dictate what they do on offense, especially with the front line they've got underneath. But, Portageville having a hard time finding the right shot, working that offense, and at times Hayti's trapped in the half court, forcing turnovers. So, very out of sync Portageville team. And I'm sure they're going to try to make some adjustments. I'm thinking they're going to be more aggressive to the basket. They need to at this point with a 19-point deficit here at the half and get to the free throw line. And they've converted, I think, pretty decently at the free throw line in the first half. But
they were 3 for 6, and all the shots were by Frederico Walton. And he got the line well, but that's the only shots they took. But I think you're right. I think they're going to have to be more aggressive, and they're going to have to force it to the big men and make them foul them, or block the shot or foul them. But they can't rely on the outside shot, because they're getting guarded on those. They haven't had too many open 3-pointers, and if you can't get open, then you got to take it to them. At least try to get to the line.
Yep. And on the defensive side, Frankie Burton's had his way. And they're going to do something to surround him, swarm him, and keep him from getting the ball. Once he gets it, converge on him and force it out of his hands, because it's certainly an advantage for the Hayti Indians with him underneath. You got to watch out. You got the Brandon Burton, the brother, right beside him. So, but he hasn't had the hot hand in this game so far. But Frankie's taking up that.
And that's the problem. If if you do something to really clamp down on Frankie, then you're going to have Brandon, or you got Demetrius Luster. Luster only has 1 point, and he averages about 12. So, Hayti's front line is such that you really can't concentrate on one. But Burden's eating them up right now, so you got to stop Frankie and then hope that the other two don't step up.
Yeah, the backcourt for Hayti's played well. Kenyatte Brooks out front, creating havoc, getting some steals and getting some open baskets. And Devin Riddicks came in, knocked down a shot. And Demetrius Luster a little silent, but he's one of the mainstays of this team the past few years, and you could probably look for him to have a big second half.
Well, and one thing Demetrius Luster's doing that's impressive me is he's doing a lot of handling of the ball out front.
Yeah, he's been running the point quite a bit, and making things happen on the outside. So we're getting set for the third quarter.
Okay, Portageville's ball to start the third quarter. Hayti's up 34-14. Caleb Gooch gets it into Walton. Walton swings right again with a little teardrop, and he scores the first 2 points. Portageville draws first blood. Federico Walton, a nice little teardrop. Brooks with the drive. It looks like the offense is starting to pick up for both teams. As Kenyatte Brooks drives the lane, puts himself up a nice floater. There's Luster guarding Walton out front. Mosby over the Banks. Banks steps back, gets back over to Mosby. Again, nothing going inside. Everything's on the perimeter. There's a drive by Walton. He can't, and it gets intercepted by Burden. He went up for the shot, thought it was going to be blocked, tried to pass it, and Frankie Burden still was able to pick it off. Kenyatte Brooks with a nice drive, scoop, and count it. He's going to the line, try to get an old-fashioned three-pointer. Nice drive by Kenyatte Brooks. He now has 9 in the game. First trip to the line.
That was a tough finish there. He had 2 defenders on each side and finished strong.
Fouls on Caleb Gooch, his second, team first. Free throw's no good. Gooch with the rebound. Walton's going to walk it up. Might need to step up the pace a bit. Walton drives, pulls back, guarded by Luster. Gets it over to Mosby. He gets picked by Harris. Brooks was open 3. It's no good. Rebounds fought for, pulled up by Gooch. Gets it over to Walton. Gooch from the free throw line. Tries his bank shot. Doesn't get to go. Good rebound underneath by Banks. A.B. Banks, but he gets watered by Frankie Burden. Frankie's following up the fast break down, and he gets fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. He's 1 for 1 from the line. He has 13 points. That foul is going to be on Caleb Gooch. He picks up 2 quick ones in this quarter. Now has 3 in the game. Burden misses the first. Get one more. Chris Garman in, the freshman Chris Garman in for Portageville. Gooch has to take a seat on the bench with his 3 fouls. Burden hits the second. This game 39-17, 22-point lead with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Walton breaks the press. Brandon pressed by Luster. Still driven out front, gets it over to Garman. Mosby over to Banks. Banks is going to have to get more involved in the offense. Again, not much going inside. Walton from the free throw line, swatted by Luster, or by Brandon Burden. Brandon Burden with the slam. Lost the shot, makes the steal, slams it at the other end. That's a pretty good few seconds.
That's a full highlight right there.
That's a full highlight. 41-17 with 5:19 left. Again, Hayti giving all kinds of pressure. Banks for three. That's his third three of the game. And turnover against Hayti. Got a little sloppy on the inbound. It's going to be Portageville's ball. They're down 21, but they got a little momentum. Portageville had the ball underneath their basket. A.V. Banks was triggered in. Looks out, can't find anybody, tries to get it to Garmin. Stolen away, back by Priggle. Puts it up, it won't go. Frankie Burden with the rebound. Here comes Hayti. Brooks on the drive. Count it. And five, and one. Kenyatte Brooks scores his 6th point of the
Well, I've been impressed with the way these guards have finished around the basket, especially Brooks. He's had some really nice finishes in this game.
Yeah, well, he's 2 in this quarter. Misses the free throw. Banks stops, pops, is short. Rebound by Brandon Burton is going to be a jump ball. Good hustle underneath by Derek Priggle of Portageville. Still going to belong to Hayti on the alternate possession. Looks like Portageville is going to. Mosby's in for Portageville in place of Banks. Pressberry stops pass from the free throw line. No good. Frankie Burden kicks it back out. Underneath to Luster. It's no good. And hustle rebound's going to be out off of Hayti. Good hustle by Pressberry, but he couldn't save it in. Now Hayti is going to keep the press up. They're up 43-20. 4:27 left in the third quarter. Shot by McGee, it's no good. Rebound is by Pressberry. He's going to pull in. Pull back, get it to Brooks from 3. Banks. Little playing off of that one. Nice little floater by Portageville. No good. Here comes Hayti. Looks like the pace is picking up a little bit. Pressberry for 3. I guess he said, if you're not going to guard me, I'll go ahead and make it.
That's one player that Coach Taylor said in our basketball preview to look out for this year, and it shows right there.
Yeah, he was looking to pass it, but they weren't going to guard him out front, so he just put up the 3. Cut out from the Mosby.
Nice put back there.
Good put back by Priggle. Underneath Frankie Burton, he swings on Garmin. The spin move, nice rebound by Carlos McGee. He'll bring the ball up. Ball over Mosby. Mosby's little pull-up jumper. Counter for Mosby. Portageville's picking up the pace of their offense some. Pressberry has it again out front. He'll made it once. I'll do it again, but not this time. Rebound by Garmin. Gets it out.
That's McCray into the game. Daniel McCray, I believe that is.
That's right.
Number 10. And we've got timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it right here and let you know this game's brought to you in part by A-Plus Family Clinic here in Portageville, located at 203 East 3rd Street. And Lorna Turnage, family nurse practitioner with A-Plus Family Clinic, helping to bring this evening's game. You give a call for your next appointment, 379-2100. We appreciate the fine folks there at A-Plus Family Clinic, helping bringing Portageville area sports here on YHC TV, and Delta Auto Parts and Salvage. Also in Portageville out on Highway 61 North, specializing in domestic car and light truck parts. Colin Daugherty out at Delta Auto Parts, Nini Auto Parts. He's got what you need out there out on Highway 61. You go to deltaautoparts.com. Appreciate Colin Daugherty and his staff helping bring tonight's game here on YHC.
Okay, we're back. Portageville tries it in the bounds. Pressbury with the slam. He gets out in front of everybody and slams it down. Individual Pressbury now has 7 in the game. He got out in front of everybody and put it down.
I actually thought he may have been going too fast to the basket if he could get vertical enough, but he sure did.
That takes some athleticism to be going that fast and get that vertical.
Yeah. I really thought he was going to come up a little short, but he proved otherwise.
Rico Walton goes to the line. He was fouled by Devin Reddick. He'll shoot 2. This is the first. He's now 3 for 7. Caleb Gooch in for Garmin for Portageville. Walton will shoot a second. And he misses. Rebound by Luster. He's going to bring it up himself. He's going to drive against Walton. Lots of contact out front. Pressbury, he's feeling it. He's feeling it right now. He's making them pay. That's 7 for Pressbury in this quarter. Walton has trouble in the background. Gets to Mosby. He breaks it over to McGee. McGee gets it back out to Walton through his hands. Turnover to Hayti. Hayti is up 50 to 24 with 1:55 left in the first half or third quarter. Derek Priggle in the game, placing Walton. No, take that back, replacing Horn. Priggle has it out front. Pressbury's feeling it right now. Little contact underneath. Luster gets it over to Brooks. Brooks tries to drive, loses it out of bounds. Hayti is going to press off the inbound. Walton has it. He's double teamed in the corner. Gets it over to Banks. Banks going to bring it up. He's double teamed, but he splits it, splits everybody. Gets it underneath the Priggle. Good play by Banks and good finish by Derek Priggle for his 4th point. 50-26, 1:20 left in the third quarter. Hayti still ahead. Portageville still playing hard. They double teamed Reddick. Knocked the ball out of bounds. Kenyate Brook goes to the bench, holding his hand. Harris over to Brandon Burden. There's another 2 for Brandon. He gets 6 in the game. Walton drives on Luster. Still gets the ball out front. Banks has it out front. He's being guarded by Cedric Harris. There's over to Walton. Free throw line over to Banks. Open 3. No good. Ball's out of bounds off of Pressbury, off of Hayti. The Portageville ball with 40 seconds left in the quarter underneath their basket. A.B. Banks into Walton. Out to McGee. Another turnaround by Derek Priggle. He now has 6 in the quarter. .25 seconds left in the third. Hayti might be going for 1. I bet they'll take the first available. Cedric Harris has it out front. Walton steals it. He brings it up. 12 seconds left. He's going to drive all the way. Gets around Luster. There's McGee with the rebound, or Gooch with the rebound, and he's going to go to the line, shoot a couple. Good steal by Walton and good rebound by Caleb Gooch. He's going to go to the line, shoot the first 2 free throws for him for the game. That foul is on Demetrius Luster, his 3rd. Team 2nd. First free throw is no good. Gooch will get another. Frankie Burton back in the game. Second free throw is no good. Kept alive by Banks. Three-pointer at the buzzer. No good by Reddick, and that's how the third quarter ends with Hayti up 52 to 28.
And we'll be back with the fourth quarter coming up.
I chose Three Rivers College. Caring staff made it easy to enroll. I'm receiving affordable, quality college classes. Day, evening, and online classes let me work college into my schedule.
With locations throughout Southeast Missouri and over 200 course offerings, including online courses, Three Rivers can help you earn a college or career technical degree.
I chose Three Rivers College. You should too.
Enroll today. Learn more at trcc.edu. Three Rivers College. Success starts here.
For more than 75 years, the law firm of Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP, has served the legal needs of Southeast Missouri. Located at 308 1st Street in Kennett, Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP is a full-service law firm providing representation in a wide range of areas, such as personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, criminal law, probate, business, and estate planning. For all your legal needs, call Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP at 573-888-4664.
And we're about to get set for the fourth and final quarter. Hayti still out to a big lead, 52 to 28. Not much has changed. Terry, we're seeing some new faces get into the works here. I know Presbury for Hayti has really had a big third quarter.
Oh, he was feeling it in that third quarter because it made 1-3, threw down the slam, and then made a mid-range. A.V. Banks with it out front. Over to Mosby. Again, Portageville not getting much penetration. Mosby tries to penetrate, but he gets picked up by Brandon Burton. He feeds it up to Caleb Harris, or Cedric Harris, for two. Good play by both Brandon Burton and Caleb Harris, or Cedric Harris. A.V. Banks with it out front, gets it over to Gooch. Back out to Banks. He's being guarded closely by Harris. As Hayti does with everybody, they guard them closely. Gooch out front, being guarded by Frank McGee. Gets it over to Banks. Banks will be looking for the shot. Gets to the free throw line, stop, pop, count it.
He's got a nice looking shot. Just hasn't been able to get very many open ones tonight.
No, he does have 13 on the game. But you're right, there haven't been many open shots. Frankie Burton from the free throw line. It's no good. Rebound to Banks. Here comes Portageville. They're down 24. They're going to have to score something quick. Long three-pointer by Mosby. It's no good, but Priggle underneath with the rebound, but Frankie gets the rebound.
Oh.
Well, wow. Cedric Harris just threw the ball to himself. Tried to get the lob.
Did he get his own assist on that?
He got his own assist on that because he tried to get the lob in, and it hit the rim, went right back to him, and he made the layup. He now has 11 in the game. Walton with the ball out front. He's double teamed in the corner. Almost intercepted by Brandon Burton. Freshman Chris Garman back in for Portageville, replacing Priggle, who gets a nice hand from the folks here. McCray with a three-pointer, and count it, Daniel McCray. Cuts the lead to 23. Like a blocking foul is going to be on Reddick was driving. And Walton goes down. He's slow to get up. Foul's going to be on Walton. Hayti will have it out of bounds. That's his second foul. He's holding his back. He's not feeling too good. His second foul, team fourth. He's going to stay in the game. Lob in to Burden. Turn around, no good. There's going to be a foul underneath. It's going to be called on. Gooch. Caleb Gooch picks up his fourth foul. Triggle comes in for Gooch. Hayti will again take the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. Reddick into Harris. Puts up a hard shot off the board. Frankie Burton gets the rebound. He gets fouled. That's going to foul on McCray, his first. Or his second, I'll take that back. Second, team six. Frankie Burton goes to the line. He'll shoot two. He's 2 for 3 from the line. Misses badly.
Well, that's strange. As good as he shot it tonight.
I don't know what happened on that shot. He just, like he was cleaning his hand and it went off. I don't know. There's Walton taking it all the way. And Frankie Burton follows him down, and Walton draws the foul. That's a good athletic move of Frank Burton to run down the court and make that block, even though he did make the foul. That's going to send Walton to the line for two. Frankie Burton's second foul. Team third. Walton misses the first. Demetrius Luster and Pressbury back in the game for Hayti. Second one short, rebound by Luster. Gonna get up to Luster. He's handling out front, over to Pressbury. He's still feeling it. Frankie Burton with the rebound, put it up, no good. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And offensive foul called on.
Offensive foul called on Burton. They're showing two up on the board. That should be three on him. Triggle gets it out to Banks. In and out. Goes about halfway down. Here comes Pressbury. Tries to lob it into Brandon Burton, but A.D. Banks is there to intercept the pass, and it comes the other way with Portageville. A.D. Banks open from three. Count another one. That's his fourth three of the game. 16 points for A.D. 4:30 left in the game. Hayti still with a comfortable 20-point lead, but Portageville is not giving up. There's a steal by McCray, but he rolled on the court. That was a nice tip out and good defense by the freshman Chris Garman. Got it to McCray. McCray also made a good play, but he fell and rolled. Luster drives, count it. Well, I take that back. That's Brandon Burton. That's his 10th in the game. Puts Hayti up by 22 with 4 minutes left in the game. Off of Luster out of bounds, go to Portageville. Again, batted by McCray. Out to Walton. Walton's the one's been handling the ball most of the game. He drives, puts it up. No good. Partially blocked by Luster. Luster to Brandon Burden. Brandon guarded by Banks. He bothers the shot enough, but there's Pressberry with the putback. It's no good. And McCray comes out with it for Portageville. Here comes Walton. He tries to split the double team. He doesn't. Pressberry out front to Burden. Burden can't handle the ball. He's out of bounds. The ball goes back to Portageville. Getting just a little sloppy now, Tyler.
Yeah, want to get out of that transition. They're having fun.
They're getting the transition. They're wanting to light it up again. They want to get the crowd going again with it. For 5 seconds, good defense by Hayti. 5 seconds. Call goes back to Hayti underneath their basket. 3:25 left in the game. Hayti up by 22, 58-36. Underneath Frankie Burden, it gets blocked by Banks. That was one of those with Frankie. Probably should have never brought it down. Pressberry drives and he gets fouled. Looks like it's going to be on Banks. No. Foul's going to be on Luster. Offensive foul.
And we got a timeout on the floor. We want to remind you this game brought to you in part by Butler Drugstore at 222 East Main Street in Portageville. Give them a call downtown, 379-5469 for all your prescription needs. Also a nice location for gifts and jewelry. It's Christmas time. Stop by and get some nice gifts for the holidays. Appreciate Trey Roan and the Butler Drugstore staff help bringing in tonight's game here on YHC. Also A-Plus Family Clinic in Portageville on East 3rd Street at 203 East 3rd Street. Give them a call for your next appointment, 379-2100. And Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, specializing in domestic car and light truck parts out on Highway 61, North Portageville. Go online, deltaautoparts.com. Colin Darty and his staff out there take care of all of your auto parts needs. And full court pressure.
Back. Banks gets cut at the corner by a double team with Luster Burden. Tries to get out of it. It's going to be a jump ball. Ultimate possession goes to Hayti. They take it out under their basket. Luster gets it in the Pressberry. And they pull it back out to Josh Smith. He sets up the offense. Looks like it's going to be another offensive foul on Hayti. That's about the third offensive foul on Hayti. That'll be on Demetrius Luster, his fourth. And come back to Portageville. Fifth foul on Portageville, on Hayti in this second half. Well, that was the fourth on Demetrius Luster. McCray gets it in the Priggle. Priggle tries to work out of it. He had about 4 people around him. Scrapping pretty hard for the ball. There's Josh Smith with it out front. Going to try to set up the offense again. Steal by McCray. He's going to take it in. He's going to be blocked by Pressberry. Pressberry gets the Hayti faithful up again.
Two nice defensive plays there, McCray. He didn't get the highlight, but he got the nice steal open in transition and a nice follow-up there by Pressberry to defend the basket.
Pressberry's got some ups, doesn't he?
He sure does. Little size advantage there too. But
a little size advantage, but then he can get up. Portageville takes it out underneath the basket. Banks trying to get it in, gets it into Garman. There's a three-pointer up by Jalen Mosby, and count it. It's about 6 3-pointers by Hayti, by Portageville. About half their points in this game are via the three-pointer. Luster stops, pops, draws the foul. Luster will go to the line. He only has 1 point, but he hasn't taken many shots at all. He hasn't been looking for the shot. That time he was looking for it. Drew the foul. That's going to be off Banks. That's only his third. I say only his third. He got too early in the first quarter. Luster will shoot 2. This is the first. Hayti has made 1 out of about 8 free throws this quarter, or this half. Misses them both. Rebound McGarman over to Walton. Hayti has not had a good night from the line. A floater by Jalen Mosby, and he's come up with 7 points in this half. That's a nice little go to the left. Oh, flat-footed three-pointer by Josh Smith. That's a set shot. It looked like something from the 1940s. The old looked like a two-handed flat-footed set. A.V. Banks, another 3 by A.V. Banks.
Saying about that set shot, if you've got the space and the time, go ahead and take it.
Sure. I mean, that's
high percentage. Higher percentage.
Yeah. A drive by Pressbury, doesn't go. Rebound underneath Luster. He turns around, puts it up, no good. It's going to be a rebound by Cedric Harris, and he's going to be fouled and go to the line. It'll be a 1-on-1, and since that's the 8th team foul. That's the first foul on Carlos McGee. Cedric Harris will go to the line, first time to the line. First one is good, he'll get another. He now has 12 points in the game for Cedric Harris. Had a good offensive night. Makes them both. 63-44 in favor of Hayti with less than a minute to go. A.V. Banks tries the Banks one in. No good. Reddick drives. Going to be a charge. Good defense for Walton. Reddick was a little out of control, and that's going to be a charge. That's his third foul. Player control foul. Portageville gets it out of bounds. No pressure applied by Hayti this time. They got a 19-point lead with less than a minute to go. Walton rolls it, lets it come in. He drives, loses it, and gets it back. Going to be off a Hayti Portageville ball underneath their basket. 42.7 seconds left. Again, Hayti's still playing defense. Cedric Harris tips the ball out of bounds. Portageville will again throw it in. Underneath the Walton spin. Can't get it to go. Nice move. Pressbury comes out with it. He pulls up. Over to Harris. Nice spin. Good move, and then a block by Garman. Out the Banks. He pulls up, doesn't have the shot. Now he's got the three-pointer. No good. Priggle with the rebound, put it back in. That gives him 8 points for the game. Narrows the lead to 17 with only 12 seconds left. Hayti will win this game. But Reddick dribbles it out front. Hayti's just going to let it go. And that's the game with final score. Hayti 63. Portageville 46. We'll be back in a minute.
First Midwest Bank Gold Club offers special privileges for our friends who are age 50 or better and have combined deposits of $5,000. Members enjoy trips, cruises, seminars, and picnics along with free personalized bank services. Upcoming trips include Journey Through the Holy Land, Yellowstone in winter, Classic Ireland, and Hawaiian Paradise Cruise. Stop by any First Midwest Bank location to sign up for the Gold Club. It's absolutely free. First Midwest Bank, providing common sense financial solutions every day.
When was the last time you've been to Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance?
Not sure.
Well, then you have been missing out on all kinds of incredible furniture.
Really?
Yes, they have furniture for every room in your home, in styles you want, and at prices you can afford.
Are you talking about Wilcoxon Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett?
Take a few minutes and make the drive to Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance and rediscover quality furniture for all rooms of your home.
And we're back here post-game from Portageville, and Hayti with an impressive victory tonight, 63-46. And Terry, how about you go over the final scores for us?
All right, for the Portageville Bulldogs, they were led by the leading scorer in the game with A.V. Banks at 19. That included 5 three-pointers. 9 points for Federico Walton, 8 for Priggle, 7 for Jalen Mosley, all in the second half, and 3 for Daniel McCray. For the victorious Hayti Indians, they were led by Frankie Burden with 14. Cedric Harris had 13. 11 for Kenyante Brooks. 9 for Presbury. 8 for Brandon Burden. 3 for Josh Smith. 4 for Devin Reddick. And only 1 for Demetrius Lester, but he played a really good floor game. He really wasn't looking for his shot. He usually averages 10 to 12 a game. Wasn't looking for his shot. Not just scored 1 point, but he had a good game.
Yep, an impressive showing by Hayti. You know, it shows that they've beat a team like South Pemiscot and Crothersville already this year, and it seems like they're off to a great start and heading to the Bloomfield Christmas tournament here in a few weeks. They're going to be a team up there probably in the top 1 or 2, 3 seeds, and team to look out for in the next few weeks.
I'd be really surprised if they were anything less than a 3. And I think what they've shown so far this year, I think 1 or 2 is very possible.
Yeah, certainly. Very talented team here tonight with Hayti Portageville. Their first game, it showed just trying to get into the right schemes a lot of times, get in the open looks. They showed some energy in a lot of times in this game on both sides of the ball. But by year's end, Portageville is going to be right there in the mix. A team you don't necessarily want to play, certainly with their athletes and their being able to really get after you, force some turnovers. It's just going to take some time with this team. It's a younger bunch this year, but it's going to be a work in progress. By the end of the year, they're going to be competitive.
Well, I think Portageville is going to be competitive. They didn't showed no signs of giving up tonight, and they didn't just let the game get out of reach, even though Hayti had control of the game just about all the game. Don't get me wrong there, but they didn't let it get sloppy at the end on their part. They pretty well stayed with the game and kept playing defense, and I thought acquitted themselves pretty well in the second half.
Sure. And that's all we got for tonight. We're going to bring in Coach Philip Taylor for the Hayti Indians and get him in here in the mix. You want to? Yeah, you can just hand him your. Yeah, that's fine. All righty. And we got Coach Philip Taylor with us. And Coach, we've seen you've beaten South Pemiscot and Crothersville, very nice victories, and for y'all to be playing this well early on, it's kind of strange. We're not used to Hayti jumping out and making this kind of noise early on. You're usually sneaking up on teams by the end of the year, but looks like you've gotten off to a great start.
Well, a lot of that goes to football. We were able to get them in the gym a lot earlier, get a lot of things in. And it's showing off now. Defensively, we usually don't start till after Christmas or in the Bloomfield Christmas tournament, showing what we can do. It's nice to have it from the get-go for once.
Sure. And we talked to you on our basketball preview a few weeks ago, and you really talked about Presbury really making some noise for you all this year, and he certainly did tonight on some really good defensive plays and even on the offensive end. First of all, what class is he?
He is just a junior.
He's a junior. I knew he couldn't be any older than a junior, and he really made some nice plays tonight and stepping up for y'all.
He is very athletic. He's just behind because of when he got here. Once he figures out exactly what we do in the rotations and stuff like that, he's going to be a star. He can really play.
Sure. And the Burden boys we've seen over the past few years, and Frankie really had a night tonight. We're used to seeing Brandon Burden fill up the stat sheet early on, but Frankie, it was his turn tonight, and he really had some nice plays. And those two underneath, you're probably one of the luckiest guys in Southeast Missouri with those two guys underneath.
In all honesty, I probably should just sit down in the game and let them go, but with both of them in the game, it's hard to guard them. You know, you got to pick your poison, and we were doing a good job with the guards attacking the zone, and, you know, they get open, they get dunks, they get layups, and they get fouled. So it's a nice problem to have right now.
Certainly, and talking about your backcourt, last year had one of the best guards in the area in Marion Newell. That was going into this year, you just looking at this Hayti team, losing him, that's going to be some big shoes to fill. But, man, you're kind of doing it as a collective unit. Kenyatte Brooks certainly had a nice game, and he's got a nice just fluid to his game. He doesn't really get ahead of himself. He's really controlling and had some nice finishes around the basket that were very difficult, hitting some outside shots as well. He's really starting to step into that
He's really coming
mold.
to his own since the season started. His job is to run the show, and that's what he does, just, you know, make everything go. Demetrius Luster, I know he's a three-man, but he can run the point. He does a great job at it. Cedric Harris, we're working on him. We have a JV kid in the early game, Will Smith. He's going to give us some time later on. So I'm not as nervous as most people are about guard. You know, I feel pretty confident.
Certainly. Terry, you want to chime in here?
Again, one thing I was impressed with was Luster bringing the ball up and not only pretty well playing the point at times, but also defending out front. He was doing a good defensive job on Banks, who's a pretty good player. It's Presbury's, like I said, he's going to be one of the good ones.
He's going to be a star. You know, Demetrius, a lot of people remember him from playing the post for year after year. Well, now he has a chance to play out on the perimeter, and he can do it. He's been able to do it the whole time. He just couldn't. You know, he's got a good, decent shot, and like you said, he plays good, solid defense out front. And he's a senior. I'm going to miss him, but I mean, he's a great kid.
Well, and he's been part of. He's a part of your Final Four team 2 years ago, as a starter on that team. And, those are the kind of guys you really miss.
He would have played as a freshman, but he got injured in football, and he only got to play in the district tournament against Bernie our last game. So, you know, it happens. But I really like what I see out of my guys. We still got some sloppy things we need to finish there at the end of the game. I didn't like that. But I really like what I see, and Bloomfield is going to be a blast this year. I think it's going to be a really fun show for everybody.
It's going to be a very competitive tournament. I don't think there's anybody that's going to run away with it or even projected to run away with it.
I agree. Just go in, play hard, and see what happens.
Well, congratulations on your start. And one of the things I was going to also point out we did is that it's an advantage to you to have three quick games there in Cena, and then turn around and get 4 quick games in
That's correct.
In Bloomfield. And that kind of, I've always thought that the Bloomfield tournament, the Christmas tournaments, especially when you get 4 games in a row, that's when you really can see what your team can have.
And that's every year, that's all I ever ask. Let's play 4 games. I don't care where we finish, because it's the end of the year that matters. Yeah, it's nice to go to Bloomfield and be successful. Just play 4 games. We play 4 games, and we'll get better.
Yeah, you always see teams that, during those 4 games, you see teams progress, you see teams develop, and the benches get a little bit shorter.
You see that separation through the teams that are going to go ahead of everybody else. Sure, exactly.
Well, congratulations on your start. Congratulations on the game tonight.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all coming up and covering us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
And that'll do it for us here tonight from Portageville, and appreciate Philip Taylor spending some time with us, talk about his victory tonight and the season going forward. And certainly a lot to look forward to if you're Coach Taylor and getting off to this kind of start early on.
And I mean it that I think they're going to be 1, 2, or 3 seed at Bloomfield. Of course, Kennett's going to be one of the top 3, but they lost again tonight by 20 against Sykeston at Sykeston.
I think you're looking at Kennett with the 1 seed, and Bernie and Hayti is going to fight for that 2nd seed, I believe, right now.
And I don't think it matters which one gets the 2nd or 3rd seed. I mean, if the seed, that's a semifinal matchup, and 2nd or 3rd seed, you're basically playing the same team. So, if it's Bernie, it's well deserved. If it's Hayti, it's well deserved.
Yep, just a coin toss at this point, but great game tonight. Appreciate all of you tuning in here live from Portageville, and from myself, Tyler Widener, Terry McVeigh, and on the camera we got Caleb Johns once again with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you at our next game. We got a few more next week, and into the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament the week after. So be safe out there. I know the weather kind of went south again on us tonight, but hopefully it's going to warm up and keep the roads clear. And we'll see you next time. And until then, I'm Tyler Weicker. Have yourself a great evening. Take care.